Soul Warlord.
Hello guys and welcome to the ProDota Cup series by Hitbox TV. We are in the last match of the SEA region of this tournament for the day. We have MVP Revolution versus Happy Feet in a beautiful best of two, or MVP Revolution will try to maintain their win streak in this tournament. They come from beating 458 Production 2-0, and sorry, they beat not 458, Xiao Dian 2-0, and now they want to beat Happy Feet, another of the strong contenders of this tournament, containing some great players as AU, Jesse Bash, and Jules, typical players of the Filipino scene. That said, sorry for the late start. Again, Dota just keeps crashing on me, but hopefully this game will go fine. After the draft phase, it doesn't usually crash too much. Let's see what happens in the best of two. My name is DSwordfish. I will be your caster for today, and joining me today will be Corrupt Robot. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I have to say that looks like MVP are definitely going for the same draft they went with last series that they played. The Troll Waller, Leech Command, and Treant.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, I realized.
Yeah, they've gone the Troll Warlord, the Legion Commander, and the Treant Protector, which is a lovely combo because the dual damage mixed with the Troll ult can do a ton of damage really quickly, really burst down enemies.
And the Twin Protector as well can take use of the battle trance early, which is pretty nice. And yeah, the Troll Warlord has the easy 6 in the beginning because Twin Protector assures you an easy lane, so battle trance pretty early, and like you said, use the dual damage and the Twin Protector nice base attack damage to destroy the enemy team. MVP Revolution needing one last pick, that being their support. Actually, considering what the enemy team has, I would love to see a Rubik. Stealing Freezing Field, stealing the Epicenter. You can steal a Snowball for being a pretty strong Rubik, considering Snowball is a 0 cast point spell on Rubik. Ice Shard's also a nice steal. Walrus Punch is ranged. Honestly, Rubik seems like a good pick here.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like literally all the heroes on the enemy team, lovely spells to steal.
And they're easy to steal as well. Two channeling spells. Snowball's actually not that hard to steal either because chances of him, unless they're going on you literally with a snowball, you can be fine. And most of the time, if they're going on you, you can steal before you can actually do anything. And boom, you got it. You're up against the Tusk and you have the advantage. The Disruptor and Warlock picks, which are the star picks for MVP Revolution, also been taken out. But wow. Going for the Lina as the second support. They did used to play this back in the day when there were no lifers. Back before Lina was even relevant to the meta, and they used to play Lina support. So I don't like this combo too much because she does take down trees by accident, and Night Striker is not the best with Treant, but we'll see.
I think it's probably going to be more a ganking combo with Legion Commander. Just use it to burst.
Yeah, I guess.
This is a very burst-heavy lineup from MVP.
It is. They're definitely trying to win this early game, which is why Happy Feet goes for the Bristleback Jewels. I like the Bristleback pick considerably. Against Troll Warlord, it can be quite a hassle, but once he starts hitting you, he can't really move. That's the whole point of getting the Fervor stacks. So if he happens to hit you from behind, he has to keep, commit to hitting you from behind and maybe even die. The Lina has a hard time actually picking up the Bristleback and stunning him in the right position. Only the Templar is particularly good in Bristleback, and not even so that much. Legion Commander duel is going to hurt him though.
The worrying thing though is the Silver Edge can definitely come out on the Legion Commander or the Troll Warlord very easily.
Mm-hmm. That's how Troll Warlord made, so Silver Edge is not as favored in terms of the builds, but it is a good item in general. I don't think the Silver Edge is even that needed, honestly. With duel, you can just make it face forward, and as long as you want to catch him in the duel, you should be fine for it most of the time. I like the draft much better for for MVP Revolution. Poor guys. And we see the tower levels, which is bugged, by the way. These battle pass levels, they actually do have battle pass levels, and you'll see that the towers are actually much prettier once we get into the game. Yeah, look at that pretty tower. It even has moving parts. That's really nice. It's like
incredible.
I know. Meanwhile, MVP Revolution, clearly from Kazakhstan, the poor man. No, okay. They can't afford the compendium levels, but doesn't really matter because they can at least afford to win this game. And before these two teams start playing and hitting each other, let's see what they have to offer for us today. My name is DSwordfish. I am your caster for the day. To be joined here by Corrupt Robot. Let's see what Happy Feet and the Radiant side have. AU, the famous famous support player from Raze before, and what was the other team he played in? No, Rave, sorry, not Raze, Rave and Mineski. Hey, you will be playing in Happy Feet today on the Tuscan support position. Second support being the Crystal Maiden, played by Jesse Vash, a classic of the Filipino scene. Here in the mid lane, we have an Invoker played by Benur. And they're not going to go on Napoleoshka just yet. In the off lane, it's Jules. Wow, this guy is similar to Jesse Vash. This guy and Jesse Vash is pretty much the Filipino scene for so long. So Jules, this time, will be playing the Bristleback in the off lane position like the old days. And then finally, the second support is going to be Yaj, the only guy I don't know from this lineup, playing the Sanking. And what do we have on the Kyrgyzstanian side? MP Revolution.
On Train Protector, we have W. Zayak.
Yep.
On the TA, we have the Stormcat. Huh, he was on last time. On the Troll Warlord, we have the Pubber. And on the Lina, we have Blizzy. And finally, on the Legion Commander, we have Napoleoshka. Yeah, that person.
So for now, MVP Revolution, actually with a lot of their start picks, Napoleoshka, known for Legion Commander offlane, even before it was a thing. It started in SCA, so I guess Kyrgyzstan, technically part of SCA. There was even before they were in MVP Revolution, but he used to love playing this Legion Commander offlane. Quite useful. Blizzy, actually one of the few Lina support players that are still left, like a star Lina. And oh, there's a bit of lag. Okay, luckily the players noticed it too. Pubber similarly love the Troll Warlord, not star pick as is the Sven or Spectre for him, but the Troll Warlord does fit his style. He did like the Ursa back in the day, very much so. And obviously the TA that we all know for Stormcat, who was in the last game, just he keeps changing his name between actually being letters and not being letters. I think last time he was ST4M or something like that, being Storm. But we didn't know. So, that said, mid-game matchup, looking at the Invoker versus TA. Invoker should have a bit of an advantage in the early game, but later on, TA should just completely destroy him, especially with the side blades harassment.
Yeah, but the problem is that there's going to be a lot of gank potential that can happen for the side of Happy Feet from the Tusk and the CM roaming, while on the other hand, MVP don't have a good roaming potential for the mid lane. The tree can't gank mid lane simply because there's no trees there.
That's true. That's true. I mean, he's trying to gank the courier, but people know about this now. Oh, you can actually find Jesse Vash. This is pretty good on WZI. You can steal this Lacet, which is pretty important. That's a whole Frostbite wasted. There it is. And Jesse Vash also loses his clarity. This is quite harming to Crystal Maiden, who expects level 3 pretty early because of this, the ability to just farm the jungle. And with that, she takes 3 hits, is forced to go back home, loses one of the clarities, and loses a lot of experience because she can't really utilize the jungle just yet. And delaying that arcane aura in the early game makes it so much easier, like you said, for your TA in the mid lane, because the Crystal Maiden won't be able to gank with arcane aura.
Invoker.
No, TA.
Oh, TA. Oh, you're saying it's going to be easier for
easier.
him. Okay,
easier
easier
for the
sorry,
TA. Yeah. I made some mistakes earlier about who's playing in what team, but not this time. I understand. I know my MVP Revolution guys. I also know my Happy Feet. I also want to see how well of a Invoker Benur is. We do know he's a high MR player, recently picked up by Happy Feet in the SEA region. I do believe he's actually not Filipino though, unlike the rest of the team. But he's known for his Invoker, but that's particularly what he plays in the pub game. So let's see if he's as good with the Invoker as he is in pubs.
Yeah, a lovely Sunstrike there just to catch a creep kill.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad actually. Sometimes getting a bit of an advantage, like really taking away as much as you can from this early game when the TA still doesn't have many charges and refraction. We see Embers playing the same exact way, you know, wasting all your spells early on. You don't care. Later on you go to the jungle anyway. And he's even going for the Forge Spirits build to help against the TA. I like that.
Well, it's also it helps get rid of the refraction charges very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Zayak is searching for Jules, but Jules is already level. It's actually quite a high level. It's a combination of Crystal Maiden and Bristleback, which is lethal to say the least. You don't really want to go on to Jules. Oh, this tree protector, they do see it, and the sentry just detected him, and they know where Zayak is. Then they start cutting down trees now with a Quelling Blade.
Yeah, this is actually a problem with playing tree against the Bristleback is you have very limited armor.
Yeah, it's true. It's only one arm.
It hurts to get hit by those quill sprays.
Yeah, and you can't. If you hit him, you have to hit him from in front, and that's not always the case because Triple Protector's not like Ricky or Bounty Hunter. You can't position yourself exactly. You might be forced to hit him from behind, and then he'll just bristle back you away. So Triple Protector, you have to leave this lane, trying to be more of a ganking support as we've seen, but is not being too effective. And he joins the top lane, where this seems to be a gank into the Sand King. In comes Pubber. Has the Whirling Death. Oh, Whirling Axe is not Whirling Death, sorry. But yeah, they're not going to continue this kill because of a great Burrow Strike. He even took a bunch of lasses with a Burrow Strike. That was really good.
So both of the offlaners opting for Poleman Shield this game. First
so
level Poleman Shield, yeah.
Jungle.
So, yeah, jungle, and the fact that because of the nerf to the side shop that you're not being able to buy the Slipper's of Agility, it means that they have to start with Poleman Shield now. Where in previous they could have started with a bit more regen, but now they have to start with the Poleman Shield. So we can actually see like an advantage coming out to the Bristleback in the lane simply because he can harass her a lot more with the quills since she only was able to bring 4 tangles to lane.
That's true. That's actually a very good point because with that, the Poleman Shield actually is a quite expensive item, and the fact that you can't bring it in the side shop has made it more of an off-lane item now. Because you have to decide either to commit to it or not, and then, like you said, you lose regen. But with the Shrines, it's a bit less punishing. Yaj is actually playing pretty decently enough in this top lane. You look at his lasses, 26 lasses to his name, 33 only to the Troll Warlord. In fact, the one that's suffering the most, I would say, would probably be the... not really. I mean, it's actually the Legion Commander, I guess, is the only one that's not doing too well in the lanes because Jules is just harassing them. I mean, poor him. He's playing against Arcane Aura and Quill Spray. There's just no way you can fight against that in the lane, especially as a melee hero.
Lovely combo, the Bristleback and the Crystal Maiden.
Zayak just having some XP, trying to get to level 2. Oh, okay, he's gonna see the courier. This is a really bad idea. Yeah, Zayak. You're not gonna kill the courier in 2 hits. Well, it's just not. You can, but you're not gonna. And you have the Invoker to just kill you anyway with a cold snap. He would be surprised, I suppose, but he should have enough of a reaction time. Now let's see. On this top lane, are they really forcing power to last under the tower, which I love. Troll Warlord actually has a surprisingly low base attack damage for being a carry. He's along the lines of Sniper and whatnot, especially because of Berserker's Rage activated. So you force that out, but yeah. You force like Battle Trance and other kind of skills just to get the last on the tower. What did the courier do? Raiden's time. Oh wow, they actually Trent did do it. Trent Protector did do it. He got the courier. Good job. I think he waited for the boundary rune and just knew where he was coming from. This is a very offensive ward. Just took the kill. Top lane. Oh, there it is. Now the fight finally starting. The Sunstrike is going to be baited with a snowball. They're going to go in the lane regardless. But now the Lightstrike Array stuns both of them from the snowball. That's the first blood going to MVP Revolution. And maybe the second blood as well as they're going to take out Yaj. And that's 2 dead to their name without anyone dying for them. Oh, Blazing wanted to even out the score. Says it's not fair if only they die. So he joins the rank of the dead by suffering against a Cold Snap Forge Spirit combo. I mean, you are a lean after all. You're only level 4. What else are you going to do?
Level 4 for this stage of the game is actually pretty good for a support.
Yeah, it is true. It is not bad. I mean, he's been staying up there a lot and trying to get... I mean, he's had a pretty easy lane, so... Getting stacks and whatnot.
Yeah, the Sun King hasn't been that aggressive.
No, I mean, he's just been countering a lot and getting lasses in the lane. And he's doing pretty well in terms of net worth. If it wasn't for that kill, he would have his Arcane Boots already.
interesting that as you're going for arcane boots, the standard build is actually the Tranquils. It is also the fact that you have a CM in his team who's going for arcane boots.
Yeah, that's... Oh, wait, Sankin, careful. Whirling Axis hitting him pretty hard. Another Twin Protector following him with the help of the Battle Trance. Yaj is in a world of hurt. And now the Ice Shards, though, perfectly positioned. Fantastic Ice Shards. AU shows off why he was known as one of the best Tusks in the world back in the day. Back when he used to play in better teams. No. Back when he used to be in TNC, I believe. And with that, yeah, the Arcade was just interesting pickup. Maybe opting for Garden Days later on to give you the taking away the root from the Trees Protector's overgrowth. So that's pretty important. You also have the ability to heal, obviously, your team, and usually you don't want to go Mechanism if you're not going to go Garden Days. And this Mechanism has been completely phased out tonight. It's just now at this point. And wow, Legit Commander really just can't get close to this lane. Jules is doing really well here. And this is going to give a lot of snowball potential to Bristleback, allowing you to crush the TA a bit more in this mid lane. Because you're going to have your own snowball carry, in this case the Bristleback, to help you out.
Well, as you said, it's actually a really nice pickup for the Bristleback. It's very hard for them to kill it early on. I mean, they can duel it, but I mean, who's going to be doing the damage?
It's gonna be has to be a Troll Warlord hitting him from in front, but even with the duel, and with a Vanguard, it actually helps him a lot against Troll Warlord.
And his next item is going for a Solar Crest.
No, I think it's oh yeah, it is Solar Crest. Yeah.
Well, so a beautiful item against Troll.
Either putting it on him or just putting it on someone else. I mean, also the fact that if anyone in the MVP Revolution team, or like if they use the duel on someone else that's not the Bristleback, you're gonna have to hit him from behind, and then the Solar Crest with the Quill stacks are gonna deal so much damage.
And then you've got the Tusk save, the counter initiation from the Sand King, or the CM.
Exactly. They do have a lot of ways to save you from the duel. Like the Snowball as a whole could just save you from the duel. They just duel the Bristleback. As long as they don't catch the Tusk, just boom, Snowball and he's done. Because you just wait for the duration of the duel. No, actually 3 seconds. I suppose the duel is a bit longer. It's 4 seconds. Yeah, 4.7.
If it's a Bristleback, you could save him with a Snowball.
Yeah, exactly. That 1 extra second, he should be able to survive alone. It's like having a stupid kid. It's like, come on, kid, just 1 second. That's all I'm asking you. I'm giving you the other 3. You're gonna be suicidal. All right. Meanwhile, the middle lane, what I love about this is that Venure, because of the Alacrity build and because he concentrated much more on last hitting. Oh, wait, never mind. We're going to go on to the TA. Sunstrike hits him. The Epicenter starts to take those charges out. The Living Armor not helping out at all against the Epicenter damage. And they're able to get the kill on the TA. But in comes the Legion Commander joining in. The help from the Leon as well. The Battle Trance is activated, but the duel has not been able to complete as they do kill the Tusk just barely at the end. And with one last strike array, they want to kill the Sand King, but Blizzy has been off a bit more than he could chew. He's been hit by the Cold Snap. The Legion is healing him up, but the Ice Wall will ensure his death is swift and horrible as the Tim Voker does die himself as well to the damage from W Zyek. That Gloves of Haste really helped him out there, and level 3 Nature's guys as well, so he can play a bit more aggressively. With that, I actually don't know who won the engagement. Okay, slightly in favor of Happy Feet because of the kill they got early on against Tia, and the Legion Commander forced to rotate. That's pretty good. Yeah, with that, Pablo, careful, because he tries to take the tower, but they're not going to deny it. They actually just want this kill. It's much more important. There's no Snowball, though, available, and he's going to TP away. The Sunstrike's coming in. Where are you going, Pubber? No need for the Burrow Strike, but they use it anyway. Then you will get that kill with the Sunstrike eventually.
Beautiful pickup there on the Troll Warlord. Make it definitely worth Happy Feet in that mid lane engagement.
Yeah, even with that tower. I mean, that mid lane engagement was good for them regardless, but taking the tower is... Oh, okay, careful, Jules, from behind. Yep, that's exactly where you hit the Bristleback. That's exactly where you hit him. Keep hitting him from behind, so the Quill Spray starts stacking. That's good job. Finally, the duel comes out, and that's what they were looking for. Now with the Battle Trance, impossible to survive that, and this Bristleback will curse the day he was born with only quills on his back and not on his face.
That's a tier 1 tower down for both offlanes now. And both safe laners die getting those tier 1 towers.
Yeah, but in this case, with your safe laner is a Bristleback, whereas the enemy safe laner is a Troll Warlord. Much more important, Troll Warlord survives because he's more of a carry. Yeah. Your carry is 10. Actually, no, your carry is Bristleback. You're right. I'm so used to seeing him offlane. It's a weird build that I think about that he's going for solo Crest. This whole time I've just had the mentality that since he's playing solo, I mean obviously he's a solo laner, so he's offlane. But no, they don't actually have a carry. It's only the Bristleback. Going for solo Crest against the Troll.
I would have liked to see a Sanjin Yashu if I'm honest.
Yeah, or Heaven's Halberd I think is better against Troll Warlord because you can't dispel that. We can only dispel that with the BKB. You can't dispel that with anything else. for some strange reason. I actually don't know why. But you can't dispel that with Lotus Orb, Wanda Style, or anything of the sort. You'll keep the Heaven's Halberd on. So I would have liked that better than Solo Crest.
I think the Troll Warlord is going to probably build a BKB though against an Invoker.
Yeah, obviously. But if you're gonna wait for the Heaven's Halberd to activate your BKB, that's really bad because you can still use it once your BKB's up. So the thing is, you know, forcing him to use the BKB to dispel it, which is not too good because the Invoker can just destroy him beforehand. And now Jules decided to go up in the top lane. No, he has a Vanguard, so he's pretty tanky. Blizzy's gonna make his life really hard though. I still like the MVP Revolution draft much better. Especially now that I consider the whole Bristleback not being off-lane thing. Oh, Zayak is coming in with a body block. Can you really body block a pig? Well, apparently you can. As the duel comes in, and the Laguna's Blade even committed to this so they can get another duel victory. With that, AU can't even save his carry, even with a snowball. And Jules will die yet again, making the Troll Warlord much more fun.
I think Happy Feet need to stop playing together.
Take advantage of this Bristleback.
Yeah, take advantage of Bristleback, take tier 1 towers. It's very hard.
Really nice stun. The Lactic still up, but they have the root. He can't even ghost walk away from this, and Pubber will just get this kill as they go with the snowball onto the Troll Warlord. But the TPs are coming in. The Epicenter's been committed, so they have to fight this. But right now, it's MVP's Revolution's fight completely as they bring down AU. They almost done Yash. They body block him so he can't move away. He burst strikes just at the last second to cut down the Stream Protector's power, but he does go down as a result. The killing spree for Stormcat, who's just hanging about and says, "Fuck it, why not? Let's go for 3 kills."
Correct decision from the Sand King there. He was going to die regardless, so taking out the Stream Protector with him.
Yeah, might as well. It's kamikaze, you know. If it worked for Japanese, it works for us too. Yeah, but here, Happy Feet will be losing a very valuable member, that being the Invoker, honestly. And they really need that Invoker Axe to be able to fight some like I said. Fighting as 5 is what they want to do, but without the Axe, you really can't. You have to play kind of 4 Protect 1 in the beginning with Invoker, because how it is, and it's hurting him quite a lot. Okay.
Ooh, that Sunstrike almost killing the Legion Commander.
Yeah, did a lot of damage, but Jules being stuck with the Lifestrike Array. Oh, careful. Templar Assassin being hurt quite a lot. The Snowball coming in. She keeps fighting, but it's not a good idea. She does have the Aegis, though. This could be the team fight for them. And now Lifestrike Array hitting Jules just barely. The duel comes out on the Invoker. That's what they wanted. The Invoker goes down the freezing field from Jesse Vash, so is dealing quite a lot of damage to the Legion Commander. Or to the TA, sorry. Jesse Vash will finally be brought down by the power of Pubber. And in they go onto Yash, slowing him down with a Whirling Axis. Now, trying to hit him down just based on the axe attacks and the sword attacks of the Legion Commander. They will finish him off. The Sand King had nothing to do there. And Napoleoshka with a Blink Dagger ready to attack on AU. Blinks right up to him. They slow him down with a trap. And AU can only Ice Shard himself for like half a second more of life. But he was dead. MVP Revolution are really taking this game strongly. And against a Bristleback and, well, I mean, the whole lineup of Happy Feet is not made to play from behind, so. This is looking really good for the Kursic Stadium, guys.
Showing how good it is actually on that Troll Warlord. He knows exactly when to use Battle Trance. Helping win duels, helping kill Roche. Even helping it sometimes just a small engagement, which you wouldn't be taking attention to if you were the normal carry.
I mean, overall, that was. It's hard to say how do you fight that if you're Happy Feet, because you are in a position where you want to make your Invoker farm and you don't want to fight too much. At the same time, you don't want to take advantage of this Bristleback farm, but that's not even the case anymore. Bristleback is just completely dead. He doesn't even have a Solar Crest. 6,000 advantage here. We can see it clearly in the graphs for MVP Revolution. Oh, another duel. They do catch out the Tusk this time. And with the Battle Trance, that combo. I mean, you don't even need anyone else. You don't even need the Sunstrike combo. It's much better than the Sunstrike combo because it's consistent and it scales with time. It's fantastic.
It literally means the Troll doesn't have to join fights.
Yeah, it actually does. He just needs to Battle Trance. It's a 20-second cooldown spell, if I'm not mistaken, right? 25? No, 30 seconds. 30-second cooldown.
He just becomes a tower hitter.
He does. That's all you need him for, after all. Your damage is relevant. You have the Legion Commander for that. And what is W Zayak doing? At this point, he's just look at this. Look at how offensive their warding is. And honestly, these wards are quite offensive. This was the only defensive ward they have. Meanwhile, Happy Feet playing a bit more defensively, I guess. This is the only offensive ward they have, where they're taking a bit more care of the middle lane and the runes and whatnot, which is smart for them. That's a dead. Bye-bye. Not even. Out of the question.
That was a nice smoke, like taking advantage of the duel just coming off cooldown. They weren't expecting it. They didn't have a duel.
Well, sounds right. That's hit cover, but they split between two, and the refraction prevents them from running commander cover. They're still dying, they have no H's, and that's going to cost them dire. But now they want to continue this team fight. On to Yash, there's the root from the roof trailing, and they're going to catch the Invoker first. He's going to go down to 2 hits. Stormcat is very low, has the magic stick though, so he keeps fighting as Jules attacks him with that quill spray, but it's just not enough damage to finish off Stormcat. Even the epicenter has been committed, and they can't do enough. But MVP Revolution completely obliterate Happy Feet. It's a team wipe for them, and they only lose 2 heroes in the process.
Sanking almost killed them all with the epicenter.
It was a pretty decent epicenter, but it's just they didn't have the damage, and you had to press the attack. It's very hard for them to do anything, honestly. The tower's gonna fall down. Part of the MP.
The tree health's just gonna they're just gonna heal all their heroes up now after that fight, so they just keep pushing. They can keep this aggression up. There's no reason to stop. Their cooldowns are all quite small. They've got no massive team fight cooldowns that they need to wait for.
Yeah.
Jules already up. Battle Trance is already up.
Even the Overgrowth is not that big of a team fight spell.
Yeah.
It's around the same as Freezing Field, which you don't even want to use as a team fight spell. It's more of a zone out spell nowadays. So it's not like Happy Feet depend too much on the big cooldown spells, but their spells are just not that effective. Oh, okay. That snowball. It's probably gonna hit the one's eye. Yep, and they're ready for the duel. Blink dagger, AU. Oh, the duel. Prevented for 1 more second. Finally gone. And Napoleoshka getting 72 damage to her name. Before minute 20. This is actually ridiculous. Even with a new talent, you love this. This is fantastic for Legion Commander. He even went for the 7 strength, I believe. No, went for 20 XP again. Oh, and the 20 movement speed because he knows he doesn't need the damage. I like that.
I think you pretty much always go for the 20% XP game.
No, I've seen a lot of Legions opt for 7 strength in competitive for some reason. I would always go for the XP game, but a lot of Legions opt for the 7 strength. Don't know. Not in SCA, obviously, because these guys just like playing aggressively. But in Europe especially. Let's see, Zanking has been rooted, but they can't stop the stand from happening, so he's just actually still visible. Alright, the Crystal Maiden, his Trim Protectors just keep stunning out everything. Frostbite now, plus the ultimate. No, they're stunning out regardless, and she is going to go down quickly. That burst, that burst like does nothing. As the Crixalis is actually, he ceases to exist. His Stormcat just brings him down in 2 hits with a meld and double damage. Fantastic. Napoleoshka meanwhile with 72 damage. And the duel ready for the next team fight. They're going to take a tower easily. I mean, they have a Desolator now too, so nothing is stopping them.
A DD on the TA. Yeah. Pretty scary.
You can't come close to these because look, let's see how fast the tower moves. Okay. I'm surprised. I thought they would do a bit more damage. The tower actually takes like what, 10, 20 hits to hit the tower. That's pretty impressive. Good job, tower. You withstood.
It is only 20 minutes into the game. This is what you'd be expecting to happen in about 30, 40 minutes into the game.
Oh wow, the Invoker went for the Warforged Spirit Summon now. I've seen a lot of SCA Invokers doing this. Instead of going for the 30% XP gain, going for the Warforged Spirit Summon and still getting these talents at level 15, it's just not that useful. You really much rather have more points in your wife so you can have a stronger tornado than you care, or a stronger EMP especially, than you care about having 1 more Forged Spirit. They're not that great at defending high ground. You're losing Invoker. You're not winning, okay? Sorry, man. You can't really get towers right now.
No, I think he's more just using it for the split push potential.
Yeah, but you can't do that. He's a goddamn troll that's gonna hunt you down every single time. A Trim Protector that has vision over the whole map. If this guy gets chance to go act, which he is apparently, which is good, then he's just gonna have vision over the whole map. You try to split push wherever, they'll just kill you. They'll just TP with Trial Boots and that's it. It's just not a good idea. It's never won a single game. Every single time I see an Invoker going for the experience or the stats before the, I guess, talent before the orbs, always loss.
So what do you think that Happy Feet needs to do to come back into this game?
What does Happy Feet do to come back to this game? I mean, they have a really hard game in front of them. The Invoker has to have an insane amount of impact, and Joel just have to go for these attacks. The Heaven Salvage is a good idea, but you have to go more of a... The beauty about Bristleback is he likes going for expensive items, which actually work really well with him. Assault Caress is one of the best... Assault Caress Bristleback is probably one of the most synergistic items I've ever seen, and so is Octarine Core. They're great, but those items are insanely expensive. He has to get somehow the space to farm. Invoker has to be able to defend this easily with some tornadoes. He has to go for more Wex points and go for some tornado defenses and constantly disrupt their team fight with tornado EMPs. And a lot of usage of freezing field just as soon as you can. Whenever you see that the enemy team is trying to attack your base, just play super defensively until you can. I don't know, it's not looking too well for them, honestly. Your late game is worse, and you're already losing the early game. That's like the worst plan in Dota 2
Yeah, I think they also need to claim back their jungle.
You do.
They are really scared of going in there, just because of the Tree of Protector.
In
Just
terms
that
of
one Tree of Protector could make them all scared to go into the jungle.
in terms of warding, they just have no offensive or defensive wards. Most of their wards have been surprisingly offensive. You even see sentries like in this. Why would you ever need a sentry there when you're not going to be farming?
Oh, that was during a fight.
Yeah, but still, like dropping a sentry there to get the kill on the Twin Protector and whatnot, sure. But you don't see any sort of. The only sentry you see from Happy Feet here is this one, to see the ward, and this is the only defensive ward they have. And the enemy team doesn't have a gem. You should be utilizing these wards much more, especially with a Twin Protector. Sorry, with a Crystal Maiden and a Tusk. Like they don't really need that many items, so you can just go full warding with them. But regardless, it's not like you can really blame him. It's a really hard game for them to win right now, considering you have Bristleback out as your carry.
No, Bristleback is actually one of those. Funny enough, it's actually one of those snowball heroes.
Yeah.
You rely on having a very good early game and getting all those expensive items early on, and just being able to be one of those heroes is nearly impossible to kill. But they have no trouble killing him.
They don't. That's the issue. And they don't even have Silver Edge. That's the problem. Imagine if they do have Silver Edge, which we haven't seen yet.
I think the Legion Commander might pick it up after the BKB.
Yeah, it's not a bad. It's a great idea, obviously. And the other big issue is that Bristleback. One of the reasons why he's such a great snowball carry is that you can take Roshan easily with your Nasal Goop because it's such a great spell against Roshan. And that's part of the reason why you go Solar Crest on him, because the Solar Crest takes away all the armor and you can take Roshan easily. But not if the Troll Warlord is in the enemy team, because he's much faster at taking Roshan than you are. Well, I don't even know if he's faster, he just has the control of the map so he can. And with this, you see that these Roshans are going the way of the TA, and every team fight is 6 versus 5 to begin with, and it's kind of hard. This second, what is your plan here? Gonna TP, Blink Dagger, Force Staff. Oh, he's gonna cancel his TP.
Or not.
That was intentional. He didn't mean to cancel the TP, right?
Yeah, I think he just wanted to fall on the wave.
Okay.
He could have cancelled that TP if he really wanted to, but I think he just wanted to cancel it. Fall on the wave.
Okay, that was weird because the Troll Warlord could have just stayed. Like, I don't know why you would reveal yourself so soon. But I guess he didn't want to do it in time. Perverted King, no shit still. It's all saying is like, I don't care. If you want to fight me, fight me. If you don't want to fight me, don't fight me. It's your choice, not mine. And with this, they're going to take a tier 2 down in the mid lane, or in the middle of the mid lane, because this way you can actually split push and go for mid creeps, which is what they're looking for after all, with the TA, Troll Warlord. And they have Aegis, so they're looking to use this now. Look at the Invoker just kind of single-handedly increasing the load. All he did by killing that creep was his gun.
It is quite hard for MVP to push high ground, though.
Well, with a Troll Warlord and a Legion, and I'm assuming someone has a Solar Crest, no? No Solar Crest, because Trimper to win for Ags. Okay, yeah, within the Solar Crest.
With Freezing Field and the Epicenter.
Okay. Jules finds W's Eye, and there's the root. W's Eye can just walk away, but he's walking away into the enemy territory. There's a shrine in front of you, Zayag. That was not the way, my friend. You wanted to go this way, not that way. You could still cross to do this way, and then you could have at least had a bit more of a chance. I mean, Sank could still blink.
He was slowed by the Nasal Goo.
Yeah, but still, I think it doesn't matter. No, this area, this little tree.
Yeah, you probably could have made that.
Yeah, because this it's 180 around the tree, so it's around this and this other tree. It's a Venn diagram. It works out. Yeah, that was not the best of plays. Doesn't really matter. It's just the Trim Protector. Honestly, he's not even that farm. The big farm here from MVP comes from the 2 snowball carries, that being Temple Assassin and Troll. They're just waiting for him for the next team fight and just gonna start in. I think, yeah. Oh, even Smoke Gang to get an early advantage.
I think at this stage, the Lina could actually start transitioning into a carry.
I mean, she is. She's going for the eggs. So,
yeah.
Not entirely carry, but more like a position 3 Lina almost. Like a, not utility anymore, more of a damage Lina. Which I like. I love the eggs on her.
Yeah, it works, again, it works really nicely with the duel. And against the Bristleback. He's very susceptible to the pure damage.
True. Especially if they hit him from the front, right? Because he has no way of dealing with that. And that's what he hates, Purple Black, when he has no way of reducing damage, because his HP gain is actually pretty low. 2.2 strength per level, yeah, which is roughly 34, more or less. 34 HP per level, which is not that much if you consider it. I mean, Invoker has almost the same strength gain as you, Purple Black, so that's.
I actually like this offensive play from Invoker, trying to find a little pick off from the back lines if you can.
Yeah, with the Ghost Walk, but he has no Orchid or anything, so. If it's a Quaswex Invoker, I agree, but I don't think that was. I mean, they didn't do anything, he just wasted a bunch of time. Look at him, they're just threatening now.
I wouldn't say that, he's trying to cling on to this game, man.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. It's just that he could have been here trying to defend this, or at least pushing out the lanes. And instead, he just tried to go for a pickup. If he had tried to push out the lanes, at least in my opinion, it would have been a good battle. Because if you try to push out the lanes, they can't push you here and then go here and push you as well. Because this lane is going to start pushing now, with the new creep wave that's coming in. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what happens. Because they're now threatening you here too. Oh. Okay, Pro Strikes. Hard Strike. He has big heavy, so he should be fine. The TA is the one they should send forward after Patrol Warlord, but he can be healed anyway by the press the attack and by the living armor. So they're fine. They have a lot of healing to sustain their carries right now. Yeah, living armor. They can have up to 2 now. You could living armor for the 4. And the press the attack as well. And Troll Warlord is making sure that every lane stays close, so they can actually do the I'll push top, you push bottom, or I'll push top, you push mid. Okay, that's pretty good actually. Burst Strike, they want to continue this. Because the Aegis doesn't give you any second, he just keeps attacking his tower. They're determined to do so. The battle track has been moved already, so the cover can't heal anymore. Stormcat might lose her Aegis, great nice Dark Array to stop the Jules from attacking any further. Stormcat's being healed with a press the attack, and they go in with a snowball. Stormcat finally activates her BKB before the Aegis have been dropped. Oh no, she actually lost the Aegis there because it ran out of time. They're gonna kill a Tusk anyway, and now the Invoker 2 dead. The third objective is Jules, but they've already used their duel, so they can't make him turn and face them. And this sassy pig is gonna end up surviving. However, the tower's gonna go down easy. The Epsilon's coming in, not catching anyone, only the TA. That's not good enough. The Frostbite, the Hurricane, no, the Force Staff from the Lina is actually gonna save the TA, and now they're trying to go on the Bristleback. What just happened? The Orbital Cannon destroying him, and now Yaj with the slow. They put down a ward. Okay, that was not necessary ward because they knew I had gem, but whatever. They put that award, let it get destroyed, and now they take the first lane of Rax, and possibly even more. They have the battle trance of more seconds, and that means, well, this lane of Rax is guaranteed to fall, and maybe another one, because nobody has buybacks in any team. There goes the Burrow Strike on 3. That's a really good Burrow Strike, but they can't use the root just yet, and they're going to go for the Mega Creep straight up, minute 30. That's impossible to defend. Napaldeoshka with the press the attack should be using it on the TA, but regardless, the towers are falling quick, so they don't care that much. Troll Warlord starts stacking those fervor stacks, and the GG will come out from Happy Feet saying, guys, you know, there's a reason why you're the favorites coming to this tournament. There's a reason why you had a better draft. We could not beat you in the early game with the Bristleback. There's no way we're going to win this. 30 minutes in, 29 minutes in, 28 seconds out. MVP Revolution take the first game of the best of 2.
Again, just beautiful performance there by MVP. They love the attack speed lineup, don't they? They just love being able to destroy towers. They love being able to get those duels and just instantly wiping people out. And it works so well for them. They play it so incredibly well.
They do like that snowball, that's SCA style of you know, snowball lineups, and they do love that Troll Warlord pick. It worked out really well for them. That said, guys, we will be back with game number 2 shortly between Happy Feet and MVP Revolution. This is a best of 2, so they still have a chance to at least tie it, and Happy Feet is one of the top contenders in this tournament, so would not be surprised if they did. However, MVP Revolution is looking very strong, repeating the same draft as my co-caster said as the last time they played, and winning with it again. My name has been DSwordfish. I'm co-casting here with Corrupt Robot. We are casting the ProDota Cup Season 7. SCA Region Season 7. And we'll be back with some more Dota 2 between Happy Feet and MP Revolution very shortly. Enjoy some tunes while you wait.